Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of our Tarot Journal worksheet where we are looking at healing the emotional body. What we're going to do today is draw one card. This worksheet is available to you. All you have to do is email me and I will send you the link, and then you can print it out and put it in your tarot journals. There is one little warning. I don't recommend that you do this worksheet or open yourself up to this energy if you've had a major traumatic experience or incidents in your life, such as rape, incest, any kind of sexual assault. I would recommend that you do that with a professional licensed therapist. All right, so what we're doing today is we are asking the tarot to help us uncover where the blockages is. So this is what we will be repeating. I ask my unconscious mind to help me retrieve any old repressed feelings that have hampered or blocked my spiritual growth. And you may want to say that over and over again because it's quite a mouthful. I ask my unconscious mind to help me retrieve any old repressed feelings that have hampered or blocked my spiritual growth. Knowing and also making sure that you voice, I am willing to feel my feelings, knowing that my higher self will only reveal what is safe and necessary for me to understand and learn at this time. This is why I would make multiple copies, because as you unravel the mystery of the blockages in your emotional body, and of course there are going to be more than one issue, one incident, one situation, that it is going to be done in a very constructive, safe way where you will be giving what you're able to cope with and work with. All right, so let's go ahead and I will continue reading these with you, but what I want to do right now is go ahead and fan out my cards and pick out that one card that is going to unravel the mystery of the emotional body and my blockages. Okay. And I always like to clear my hands and then go over them. Oh my goodness. Oh, definitely something is telling me to jump out over here. And more so here, and it's this finger. I'm going to try to do this. All right. And right here is where we are. And it is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords shows where, how, or why I did not have the ability to feel my emotions appropriately. Let's look at that. Now, we know that the swords definitely have to do with the mind. Also, the pages indicate that there's a blockage here during youth, an early stage of my life. And just looking at the body of the Page of Swords indicates that I even looked away, possibly at one time in my life, from truth to be revealed, because the sword is the tool which cuts away and reveals, let's say, fact from fiction. And this young child may have had an opportunity, but decided to look away and chose not to deal with it. The other very symbolic picture in this card that I like to bring out is the Rider-Waite, and the creator, of course, is Arthur Waite, but Pamela Coleman Smith was the artist, she drew exactly the facial features of being in the cloud. That half of my mind, half of my vision, half of my expression is clouded. I like to bring that about as well. So let's go by this step by step. The Page of Swords shows where, how, or why I did not have the ability to feel my emotions appropriately. Therefore, I may have repressed my fear of knowing the truth about a situation, anger towards being so young and having to deal with this, guilt feelings for now in my adulthood realizing that I walked away and suppressed the situation, the incident, and the facts about it. Shame caused by my weakness, my inadequacies, my lack of courage. As I close my eyes and breathe deeply, my body can locate the place from which this or these emotions emanate. So this particular part of the worksheet is if I am experiencing emotional pain, then I would really settle in, get into a deep meditative state, if possible, take some deep breath and see after I revealed and express these feelings, this awareness, if I can feel it anywhere in my body. If I looked at the card as a tool, I can look at it in two areas. We know that we hold a lot of emotions and fear on our shoulders. And here again, we see where you're using two hands to hold up that sword. That's taking a lot of energy to hold it. And we harbor and hold that in our shoulders. Now, sometimes people walk with their shoulders slumped, where they're carrying the weight of the world, or they have a monkey on their back or a chip on their shoulders. We look at all of those analogies to express feelings, behavior patterns. And the other way is that maybe the body is never really at rest, but has a defensive stance where they're ready to strike out, or they're ready to rebuttal, or they're ready to make clear that no one says anything that they feel is inappropriate. Maybe this person or I am always on the defensive. I have a defensive stance, and I'm always watching to see who could be talking about me or who is not agreeing with me, and then I'm ready to make sure that I address that and put them in their place, sort of say. But if there is any physical area where pain logs in, you may want to do this exercise and then write that down. Maybe it is in your shoulders, maybe it's in your back, maybe it's in your knees. Again, a great way to locate it. As I focus love and forgiveness on these feelings and emotions, I now allow my body, mind, and spirit to release, dissolve, and neutralize this pain. Now, there is different ways. We can do it with affirmations. We can do it by repeating it over and over again. But there's also physical ways, and that's what I have listed here. Crying, allowing the energy to flow out of you, taking deep sighs, maybe mourning. Shout out pain with words. Tell yourself or the person that you feel did this to you exactly how you feel. Now, I'm not talking about saying, okay, this was my father who told me that I wasn't pretty, and now I, hide my face or never feel like I'm attractive. So I'm going to call my dad up tonight and tell him, hey, this is what you did to me. No, I'm not saying that. You're doing this on your own. You're doing this where you shout it out, and sometimes that person is not even available. So you have to work with it on a conscious individual self of shouting out that pain, and you're exerting it and eliminating it from your body. You might want to hit an inanimate object. Doing something physically repetitive also moves stuck emotional pain from your body. Some people run and have these thoughts in their mind, and they run or they cycle or they dance or they exercise until they are physically exerted with the thought, with the emotion, with the feeling, with the uncomfortableness of it, and then it is addressed and released. You got rid of it. You got to feel it to heal it, so to say. Or you can write your pain down on paper, or write a letter to the person who has disowned, dishonored, or hurt you. And as you write the letter, take your time to sit and allow memories and emotions of any kind to surface. And when you feel a sense of relief or justice, and finally a calmness come over you, you can destroy it and affirm that this energy has now been resolved. You're not hiding it anymore. And now you feel that it is removed and no longer blocking you